YouTube, welcome back. Thanks for being here with me. I appreciate you. Hopefully you don't get an echo from this truck here. But the moral of the story today is don't get scammed in 2025. Don't be a victim. You got to do everything in your power to be aware of what's going on so that you don't fall victim to those scammers out there. Let me give you a quick scenario. Quick scenario of a local scammer. Local to my area. When I go to work, there's a series of on-ramps and off-ramps near the place of work, my place of employment. Every once in a while, I would see the same particular vehicle on the on-ramp or on the off-ramp, depending on which he chooses that day. And that same vehicle is always on the shoulder with the hood up. That person in that vehicle is always standing outside their vehicle. They're usually nicely dressed. Dress shirt, maybe a tie, maybe a dress shirt opened up, but he'll have some jewelry on. He'll have a nice little watch on. Whatever accessories that's needed for him to lure you in, that's what he's going to use. Now, this scam is old school, but the way it works is he takes advantage of someone that wants to be helpful. Someone that assumes someone is having car troubles. So that particular someone will pull over, and his pitch will be, hey, I ran out of gas, or I'm having a little car troubles. Could you spare some bucks for some fuel so I can get to the nearest gas station? Or I'm having mechanical problems and I have to get a tow truck. Whatever the excuse is, it tries to grab at your heart. Because remember, you already pulled over in the first place, so you want to be helpful. If you hand him some money, that's the quickest method of the scam that he's looking for. But if you claim you don't have any money or don't have enough to help him out, then the line goes to, check it out. I got a brand new chain here. 14K, 24K, whatever it is. Or, check it out, I got a nice Rolex that I just purchased that I can let go for real cheap because I'd rather get back on the road than worry about having something nice. I got money. I can easily replace this. So then he'll go into trying to sell you whatever merchandise he's trying to sell you for a quick buck, for a few dollars. You got to always be suspicious of that. Anything can be replicated. Anything can look like the real deal. And if you think you're finding a real deal for 50 bucks on the side of the highway, then you got some other things going on that you need to address inside of here. Because those deals don't exist. Not if they're legit. So you need to be careful out there. I know it's hard when you're the type of person that wants to be helpful. And I know he's up to this scam because I see him every so often in the same vehicle on a different roundabout onto the freeway or exiting the freeway. That's a nationwide scam. I've seen a YouTube video on that from another state. I think it was in Texas. Similar MO. Pull over, ask for assistance, Or you can't help me this way? Maybe you can help me this way by buying whatever I'm selling you for dirt cheap. And that's all you're buying is dirt. It almost hurts to say that in these days, you have to have the attitude of, it's all about me. I'm not wasting my time trying to help anyone anymore. Because you get scammed. People take advantage of you. Another instance just popped in my head right now that I saw on the news or read in online news somewhere. I forget what it was. But 2 young ladies was pulled over on the shoulder on the highway at nighttime. They flagged down a middle-aged or older age gentleman. Flagged him down. I'm sure he was thinking, well, damsel's in distress. Let me see what I can do to help him out. Once again, he tried to help out. I believe they claimed they had a flat tire. So when he bent over to take a look at the tire, which wasn't flat, they jumped him. 2 young ladies. The whole plot was to rob him. But they robbed him and they killed him. Left him for dead on the side of the highway. All because they're trying to be he was trying to be helpful. That's what you get for trying to be helpful these days. It's unfortunate. But it's the way people are these days. A lot of people. Not everyone. And you can kind of tell if someone is really indeed in need of help. But you got to judge the circumstances as well. Is it late at night? Is it in a secluded area? You got to weigh those options. Is it worth your time? Is it possibly worth your life? Are you ready for any situation that may arise if things go south? It's better to not even put yourself in that position, in that predicament. Keep on pushing. Keep on rolling. If you see someone in a scenario like that, send a prayer their way, at the very least. Everyone has a cell phone these days. They can easily call for help. Especially if it's 2 individuals that's asking for your help. I can see one possibly having a dead phone battery or whatever the situation could be. But if it's 2 people that's asking for your assistance, you better pretend like you never saw them. Don't even make eye contact. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You want to live to see another day. People will harm you in the blink of an eye to get what they want from you. Whether it be your money or whether it be your life. You got to remember that. It's easy to want to help somebody, but they put you in a situation where you're defending for your life now. So those are scams. You got to watch out for those things. Lastly, telephone scams. These scammers are good. They're real good today. They almost got me a couple months back. They can spoof the telephone number of your local bank that you deal with. They can give you a call and the caller ID says that it's from your bank. They can send you emails that would seem like they're from your bank. And a lot of times, if it's a scam, simply the act of receiving that email already puts you at risk. The old method of thinking is, if there's an attachment and I click on that attachment, then I might introduce a virus to my phone or to my system. Don't worry, that's still out there too. But nowadays, just the act of receiving a particular email from a scammer, you already have that spyware and that malware already on your system. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no preventing that. That's the case in a lot of times. So you got to be careful before anything strange pops up in your email, before you click on it. You got to be careful. A lot of you may know this already, but your parents may not know this. Your grandmother, your grandfather may not know this. Your child may not know this if they're using your computer. But back to the time when they almost got me. I received a phone call. Said my bank on top. Normally I never pick up. I always let all calls go to voicemail. I just don't have time to talk to people. Not much of a talker. If it's important, you'll leave me a message. Simply how I feel. But for some reason, I had the urge to pick up. What I received was, from the person on the other end, is, hello, this is your bank. We just have a report of some suspicious activity on your account that we need to verify. Okay, go ahead. We need to verify if you've made it a transaction, a purchase amount of so many hundreds of dollars recently in the location of X city. No, that was not me. Okay, thank you. Lastly, we need to make sure if you've made a purchase for X amount of dollars in the state of, let's say, Texas, within the last 2 days. Absolutely not. That was not me. Thank you. We need to, at this point in time, cancel that card. Great. Let's go ahead and cancel that card. Okay. Before we go ahead and proceed, the new card that we issue out to you, would you like that express mail one day or regular mail, snail mail? Well, of course, if you can express mail it to me, express mail it to me. Why wouldn't I want that? Who would want the slow mail option? Thought that was kind of weird. Then it leads into, okay, before we can issue out a new card to you, we need to verify the old card that you have on file. Bing! If you're my banker, why would you need to verify the old card that I have on file? It's in your system. You're looking right at it. How would you know it got compromised without knowing the card number? So she started asking me a series of questions. Are you still living at such and such an address? Yes. Is your phone number still blah, 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 blah? Yes. In regards to the card, can you verify the card number so that we can make sure we're deactivating the correct card before issuing out a new card? Made it sound all good and pretty and nice. Like I said, the light bulb went off. Boop. I said, told her the same thing. I said, well, aren't you looking at the card information on your computer system? Yes, but we need to verify that information with you personally. I said, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why don't you just go ahead and tell me the card number that you're looking at, and then I'll verify with you if that's correct or not. Oh, I'm sorry, sir, blah, 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 blah. At that moment, I realized it was purely a scam. Immediately hung up the phone. You see, they didn't have my credit card information or my bank card information. They were trying to fish that out of me. They had my phone number, obviously. They knew what bank I dealt with, obviously. But they didn't have the actual card numbers. And I'm pretty sure it would have got to the point where they would have asked for the last three, a verification of the last three on the back of the card. You got to realize the information you're putting out there on the phone. If you're talking to someone on the phone, you got to realize what they're asking you for. And why are they asking you for that information? Especially when they should already have and already know that information. Scammers are real good. They're real good today. It's hard to outsmart them. But you got to be at least on their level and realize where they're at. Realize the technology that they have and what they're capable of doing. You don't want to be the next victim. If something don't seem right, end that call. If something don't look right within your email, delete that email. If you're not looking for something in particular online, and all of a sudden you get approached with an offer to buy something, just simply click here or simply enter the smallest amount of information. If you have no interest in that, delete it. Delete it. It's just like somebody coming up to your front door of your house. If you're not expecting anyone, then don't simply open that door and ask who it is. They can hear you right through that door with that door closed. You don't need face-to-face contact with someone that's at your residence, on the other side of your door. If you didn't order something, if you didn't invite someone to your home, then there should be no need for someone popping up on your property, especially not at your front door. The only barrier between them and you, the only barrier between possible life and death, the only barrier between someone harming you and not harming you is a 2-inch door. 3-inch door if you're lucky. That's more than likely hollowed out. So a swift kick is the only thing that's preventing someone from harming you. But they don't have to kick it if you open it up freely for them, right? Don't be so quick to open up your doors to a stranger. They may be trying to run a scam on you, but they may be also trying to do something more devious to you as well, especially if they're at your home. I don't care what they look like. I don't care if they got a 3-piece suit on. I don't care if it's a child. You don't open that door for nobody because you ain't got time to get scammed. You ain't got time to have your life ended. You ain't got time to have your home robbed. You ain't got time for that. We're not going to be a victim in this channel, on this channel right here. Not if we rolling together. Ain't no victims over here. So I just thought I'd give you some pointers as I'm out here rolling around. It may be useful to someone out there. If you appreciate it, give me a thumbs up in the comments. Give me a hello. Be nice to know where you're at also, what city you're from, so I can see who I'm reaching, how far my reach is out there. Should I continue? Should I continue with the channel? Should I continue with the messages? Should I continue with the information? If you enjoy it, A simply hello would be fine. But we have to show YouTube that there's a dialect between myself and everyone else out there. And then they allow me in these videos to reach the world. So I'm just trying to be helpful to everyone. Enjoy your Sunday. I know I am. Be sharp in the mind. You got to stay in shape to keep your mind sharp too. So get out there and stay active. For your sake, not mine. All right? Continue to rock with me if you don't mind. This is where we keep it all the way peanut over here. Peace out.